Hi guys, it's Rach. So today I thought I would do something that I haven't really done before, and the reason that I haven't is because I try not to regret buying products. I try and do my research. I try then, if I find a product that I don't really love, to find another way to use it so I can get some use out of it, considering I've spent my money on it. But no matter what you do, when you love makeup and when you buy a lot of beauty products, you're bound to regret some products. You're bound to find some products that no matter how much you research, no matter how much other people love them, that they just don't work for you. And I kind of went through my collection and found a few things that kind of stand out to me as products that I regret buying for one reason or another, whether it be that the colour doesn't work for me, or they're just not right for my skin type, or what I'm looking for out of that product. And then I would love it for you guys to share some of the products that you regret buying in the comments below. Okay, I'm going to start off with a big one. This is my Bobbi Brown, the University Concealer Palette, I think is the name for it, or the BBU palette. Now, I like Bobbi Brown products. I don't really have anything necessarily against the concealers or the foundations. I know a lot of people love them. But what I found is that the texture and consistency of some of the correctors and the concealers just is a little bit thick. And I mean, a corrector is meant to be used under your eyes, and I found that they can be a little bit sticky and a little bit hard to work with, given the price that you pay for them and given how much people rave about them. I kind of was just expecting them to be a little bit more creamy and a little bit more easy to work with underneath the eyes. I mean, I like the fact that there are so many colours, and I like the fact that I can use some of these darker shades to help contouring, but I do have to work quite hard with them, and I think that that's probably why I tend to not use it as much as I probably should. And it doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to stop using it, because I want to get my money's worth from this palette, but it just didn't quite live up to expectations. The next one is another little concealer palette, or a 4-in-1. This time it's from Australis. This, I don't know what they were thinking. I just don't think that this is a nice product at all. So you have here basically like a warm brown toned concealer, and then a neon like bright green concealer, and then if you lift it up here, you have another kind of warm skin tone, slightly lighter concealer, and then a purple concealer. And it says use purple to fade away dark circles. Now, pink, yes. Salmon, yes. Orange, yes. Purple, when your dark circles are purple, I don't know what colour philosophy where purple cancels purple or blue. If you have made this work, please by all means tell me, but I just can't. This could have been a really cool product if the shades, for one, the concealer shades hadn't been so dark, or if one of them had been darker and one of them had been lighter, to make it a little bit more versatile. I mean, a green concealer is a green concealer. Sometimes it's better to have a green toned neutral colour, because straight out green can be quite hard to sort of blend away and cover up. I mean, the actual texture of the product isn't too bad, but I can't use this at all. Luckily it wasn't too expensive, but a definite fail. Also from the drugstore is the Maybelline BB Cream 8-in-1 Cream Instant Fresh Faced Glow. I got both the shades light and medium because they were kind of weird shades, and I just found that I kind of needed to mix them together. There wasn't any testers, so I think I bought the medium and it was too dark, and then I bought the light, which is interesting because the Maybelline BB Cream Dream Fresh version, which I absolutely love, I actually wear the medium and that's the right colour for me, so I don't know. Don't get these two confused. This one I think is fantastic, the one with salicylic acid for oily skin, but this one, for me, it just really didn't do much in terms of coverage, and I found my skin kind of started to look a little bit too dewy too quickly. I have a few products in like the YouTube made me do it category. This one I bought quite a while ago. This was the Ico Cream with Extra Glow. Now, a long time ago, I remember people talking about this as being a great kind of cream highlighter. Now, this is really a big tub, so I don't know if I could have ever used this up, but it's kind of like, oops, and I've just dropped it everywhere. It's like a pinky pearlescent cream. I just don't think it's really practical for use. I mean, it does blend in quite nicely, and if you wanted really dewy skin, you could probably use it underneath your foundation, or you could probably even potentially use it on top of your foundation, but I find that the packaging is so big that I kind of store it away and don't really reach for it. It wasn't like, I don't know what I was thinking. It's probably just not really right for me. I don't need a lot of extra glow given that I have oily skin. So this was one of these products that I bought and just didn't use, and for that reason I kind of regret buying it. Another YouTube made me do it was a MAC lipstick that I recently purchased. This is Flare for Finery, which is a nude colour that I picked up because when it first came out, a lot of people were raving about this nude colour. It was limited edition. I thought, I've got to go out and buy it, and I found that I got sucked in and I really haven't used it that much. So for me, that means it's kind of a product that I regret buying. Not because I don't like MAC lipsticks. I love MAC lipsticks. Not because this is not necessarily a nice colour, but I'm not drawn to it. I'm not wearing it. And when you pay $36 or $40, this might have even been more than the usual MAC lipstick price because it was limited edition. It's a lot of money to spend on something that you're not really using. A couple of high-end products that I regret buying. These are from Hourglass, and these are their, I don't even know what these are called. I don't have the exact name, but they're their matte liquid lipstick kind of long wearing products. I have two colours. I got Rose and Ballet. And the thing about these is that they're kind of your standard long wearing matte lipsticks. They're quite pigmented. I really like the applicator and the packaging. The colours are gorgeous. My problem is that these were really expensive, and they wear kind of the same as any of your long wearing matte lip creams do. You put them on, after a few minutes they start to feel a little bit uncomfortable and quite dry, and then if you eat with them on, they kind of wear away in patches. I mean, they're not the worst of the bunch, but for something that I paid so much for, I just find them kind of uncomfortable to wear, and because of that I tend to find myself not reaching for them, which is really sad because they are gorgeous colours, gorgeous packaging. I don't know. Since we're on the lip gloss train, let's talk about some more. These are the Rimmel Vinyl Max lip glosses. These I just feel like I regret buying because I don't use them because the brush is so big, and I bought two of them, so obviously at the time I was just in love with the colours, but the wand is like, it's massive. It's supposed to be one stroke, but it's not neat in application. I'm also not a massive fan of the scent. That's just personal preference, but because of that I just find myself not reaching them for them, and I probably worn them like once or twice and they just kind of sit there, and I don't want to throw them out because I feel like I'm wasting product, but at the same time I kind of regret buying these. Lastly, on this little lip gloss train, I have the Skylark by Ellen Blair Luscious Lip Gloss Duo. Now, I wanted to buy these to test them out, and I don't think they're necessarily a bad product. The reason why I don't necessarily love them and why I kind of regret buying them is because I probably paid a decent amount to buy them and then to have them shipped here. I don't really love the Ava shade. For me, it just doesn't work. Light blue based kind of milky pinks never work on me, and I should have known better. Like, this is one of these ones where I know what suits me and what doesn't. These kind of colours don't, and I just found that I just don't wear it because the colour just doesn't suit me. I do like Sophia, and it's a nice colour, but it's not as dark or as pigmented as I kind of expected it to be, and because of that I tend to reach for other lip glosses over this one. I will definitely use this one up. I don't know what I'll do about the Ava one because I probably won't use it. I'll probably end up giving that away. But just overall, it's not necessarily as fantastic as I thought it was, and because of all the effort that I got or went to get these products, I kind of regret buying them. I have a few more face products to show you guys. A couple of the concealers. Concealers is something that I buy a lot of, which is probably why I've got a few that I regret. One of them is this concealer wheel from Ben Nye. This is the SK200. Total Cover All Wheel number 2. Now, Ben Nye gets raved about a lot, and I'm sure there are a lot of products out there of his that are fantastic. This one, I just found that the texture of the concealer was just really difficult to work with. Again, a little bit too thick and sticky for probably underneath the eyes, which kind of takes away some of the correction options like the yellow kind of based ones or the more peachy based colours. The green based one, it was a nicer kind of green, not too vibrant like some of the other kind of green based ones are, but again, really kind of tacky and sticky, and I just don't find myself reaching for this because it's really hard to blend, and if I put them on certain blemishes, sometimes they pick up and really cling to any kind of dry patches and things like that. Again, I'm going to try and use this up because, or at least use this a bit more because I did spend money on it. I picked this up at IMATS the very first year I went to IMATS, but definitely not as great as I was expecting. From Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, I picked up a couple of their skin products because I love their lip tars. They're really well known for those. So I decided to pick up their OCC Moisture Tinted Moisturizer and their concealer, because I believe I saw Wayne Goss raving about this concealer and I thought, okay, I'm going to buy it. So I picked up the concealer in number R1 and I picked up the tinted moisturizer in, I think this was R, oh no, I did get them both in R1. I thought I might have got this one in R0. Anyway, this one in R1 is too light, this one in R1 is too dark. It is the hazards, I guess, of buying online. Because this is so light, I kind of don't reach for it very often. I could probably use this to mix with foundations that are too dark, and maybe that's what I'll do it for in the future, but just not really a product for me because of the colour. I just found that I wasn't really using it and just don't really reach for it that often, so I kind of regret it for that. The concealer, I can see that it could potentially be nice. Again, it's a really thick, like pushing it now, it is quite sticky, so I can't see this as being one that I could use under my eyes, maybe on my face, but it is really dark and quite even more red than I thought it would be for a red based one, because I do have pink undertones. But yeah, this one I guess was a fail for me, a little bit because of texture and just because of the wrong colour. Sticking to the face, I have one last face product that I regret buying. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now, I can't really comment on the foundation too much because, again, this was a colour match gone awry, and I believe I may have told this story before, maybe in one of my favourites videos when I was doing a miss, but basically I went against all my own knowledge about what to do when matching a foundation, and I was kind of in a rush and I let the lady at the counter talk me into a colour that is completely wrong. I got the colour shade 2C2 Pale Almond. Doesn't work for me at all. It looks orange on my face, and this is a thick foundation. It is a high coverage foundation, so some foundations you can make work when the colour doesn't quite match you. You can mix it or really blend it in. I can't do anything with this, to be perfectly honest, and I guess I regret buying it because of the colour, because I let the lady sort of talk me into something that even in my head I knew was wrong, and then I never sort of had time to go back and change it, and now it's probably been too long. It's been like probably 6 months that it's just sat in my drawer where I paid $50 for something that I don't use. So I do regret that, and I guess I share that because if you feel like the person at the counter is telling you something and you disagree, go with your gut. I have a last couple of products that I regret buying. One of them is from Australis. This is the Tint My Brow Tint. I got this in the dark brown shade, which when you actually open it up, to be perfectly frank, looks red. Anything that is too warm based shouldn't go on your eyebrows to begin with. The lighter shade I thought might be too light for me. Maybe I should have gotten that. If you use this product and found that it worked for you, definitely let me know if maybe I should pick up the lighter shade. But this, too wet, the brush is too big, the colour is too red. So unless maybe you've got auburn hair and you want your brows to be a little bit warmer, maybe this would work for you. But Australis has a lot of great products. This for me just wasn't one that I really enjoyed. And then last but not least, I just have a liquid eyeliner here that kind of stood out. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner. I picked this up by accident when I really wanted the Rimmel, I think it's the Glamour Eyes one. This, probably not a bad product, but I just find that the applicator is too stiff, and I find that really difficult to use. I don't know why. I just find flexible eyeliners to work a lot better. So I used this one to realise that I couldn't really get the nice kind of flick that I would usually do, and then kind of stopped using it. So I kind of regret, even though it wasn't super expensive, spending the money because I'm just not using it. So I might give this to my sister or somebody else. So guys, they are some of the products that I regret buying. I hope this video has kind of been helpful for you. If you'd like to see more of these type videos, let me know. Like I said, it does take me a while to kind of build up products that I regret, and that's why I've never really done a whole video dedicated to it before, but I would do one in the future if it's something that you want to see, or maybe concentrating on skincare and hair care products that I've bought that I just don't like. I could do that as well. Okay, so that's it from me. I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!